Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 21 on partial derivatives. In this lecture we will discuss one more question on local extreme values. First we understand what is this question about. For what values of the constant k does the second derivative test guarantee that fxy equal to x square plus kxy plus y square will have a saddle point at 0 0, a local minimum at 0 0. Here in given function k is unknown constant, so we have to decide that for which value of k this function will have a saddle point at 0 0 and a local minimum at 0 0. So we recall second derivative test. Second derivative test says that if r is positive and rt minus s square is positive at critical point ab, then f of ab is local minimum, or function has local minimum at point ab if value of r is positive as well as rt minus s square is positive at that point ab. And if rt minus s square is negative at point ab, then ab is called saddle point of given function f, or we can say that function has neither maximum nor minimum if rt minus s square is negative at that point. So we require this much knowledge to solve this problem or to answer this question. So first we decide first and second order partial derivatives of given function that I have written here. Fxy is x square plus kxy plus y square. If we differentiate with respect to x, derivative of x square is 2x. Here we are differentiating with respect to x, so k and y are constant and derivative of x is 1, so we obtain k into y plus derivative of y square is 0. Similarly, del f by del y will be derivative of x square is 0, kx is constant, derivative of y is 1 and derivative of y square is 2y. R means derivative of del f by del x with respect to x, that is 2 plus 0. S means derivative of del f by del x with respect to y, so this has 0 derivative plus k, and t equal to del square f by del y square, so here derivative of kx is 0 and derivative of 2y is 2. Now we decide rt minus s square. R is 2, t is 2, so we have written 2 into 2 minus square of s, that is k square, so we obtain 4 minus k square at any point xy. Now this is 4 minus k square does not contain x or y, so rt minus s square becomes constant. Value of rt minus s square is 4 minus k square at any point xy, so it depends on k only. Value of r is also same, it is 2 at any point xy, r equal to 2 at any point xy. Now we have to decide that at which value of k function has a saddle point at 0 0. So for that we decide rt minus s square at 0 0. So rt minus s square is 4 minus k square at any point, therefore rt minus s square at 0 0 is also 4 minus k square. Similarly, value of r at 0 0 is also 2. Now we know that point 0 0 is a saddle point of function f if rt minus s square is negative at that point 0 0. rt minus s square is 4 minus k square, so this condition is satisfied if 4 minus k square is negative, because rt minus s square equal to 4 minus k square. rt minus s square is negative if 4 minus k square is negative if 4 is less than k square. If 4 is less than k square, 4 minus k square is negative, that is if k square is greater than 4. If value of k square is greater than 4, then 0 0 is a saddle point of given function. So we can decide these values of k. For example, suppose this is real line, this is value 0, suppose this distance is 2, then here we have 2 and here we have minus 2. So if our k is somewhere here on the right side of 2, if we consider k which is greater than 2, then k square will be greater than 4. So one possibility is k is greater than 2. Another possibility is here k is less than minus 2. If k is less than minus 2, then also k square is going to be bigger than 4. So k square is greater than 4 implies RT minus I square is negative. K square is greater than 4, that means k is greater than 2 or k is less than minus 2. So we can say that either k lies in this interval 2 to infinity or k lies in this interval minus infinity to minus 2. So that means we can combinedly write down that k belongs to interval 2 to infinity union minus infinity to minus 2. RT minus I square is negative if k square is greater than 4. That means if k is greater than 2 or k is less than minus 2, that means k belongs to union of these two intervals minus infinity to minus 2 or 2 to infinity. Hence fxy will have a saddle point at 0 0 if k is greater than 2 or k is less than minus 2, or we can simply write that if k belongs to minus infinity to minus 2 union 2 to infinity. For values of k inside this set, fxy will have a saddle point at 0 0. So this is the answer to the first question, that fxy will have a saddle point at 0 0 if k is in this interval minus infinity to minus 2 union 2 to infinity. Second part is for which values of k fxy will be local minimum at 0 0. So for local minimum r must be positive. Here r is 2 at any point, therefore r is 2 at 0 0. That means r is always positive at 0 0. Now RT minus I square also must be positive for local minimum. So RT minus I square is positive if this 4 minus k square is positive. So that we have written here r equal to 2 at any point xy, therefore r equal to 2 at 0 0, hence r is positive at 0 0. For local minimum we require r to be positive at 0 0 and it is positive at 0 0. For local minimum we require that RT minus I square must be positive. Therefore we have written that fxy will have a local minimum at 0 0 if r is positive and RT minus I square is positive at 0 0. R is clearly positive at 0 0. RT minus I square is positive at 0 0 if 4 minus k square is positive at 0 0. That means if 4 is greater than k square, or this we can rewrite as k square is less than 4, and k square is less than 4 if k lies between minus 2 and 2. If we consider k here or here, then k square will be always less than 4. So here we have written this condition RT minus I square greater than 0 is satisfied if k lies in the open interval minus 2 to 2. Hence fxy will have a local minimum at 0 0 if k belongs to open interval minus 2 to 2. So this is a nice question related to second derivative test. You must be familiar with the conditions of second derivative test. Using those conditions for maxima and minima, you can answer this type of questions. So this is all about this session. I hope you like it. Thank you very much.